So it's super quiet here. It's Monday and everyone has left and I'm still here. And I'm supposed to be here till Wednesday, but I moved my flight up to tomorrow. I wanted to have an extra day in case I needed it, but I don't need it and it's time for me to get home. I haven't slept well since I've been here, mainly because the first night when I did the Airbnb in the hood, as they refer to it, the train seemed like it was in my freaking back pocket. Like, does it need to blow its whistle like from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. like consistently all night long? Like, I think that's a little much. Like, I just don't think that there is that kind of need. But man, it's like, how many trains are going through here? This is crazy. Like, a pillow over my head was not even enough. Anyways, I did find out that I was in neighborhoods I shouldn't have been in. So I went to my Airbnb. I shouldn't have been in that neighborhood. I went to the first 10 properties. I shouldn't have been in those neighborhoods. And this is being told to me by my property manager and her husband, who are natives here, locals, grew up here, they're from this community, and they're like, no, you don't belong in that neighborhood, you shouldn't be in that neighborhood, no. And I'm like, okay, what about this name? No. What about no. And then all of a sudden he's touring me through the last 7 of my properties after we had lunch, and then I noticed like he's got like this thing that looks like a gun, like in his, just hanging out of his like cargo short pant pocket type thing. And I'm like, hey, is that a taser? And he's like, no ma'am. And I'm like, oh okay, like here we have a local male, big male, local, and he's carrying like openly. Okay, I get it. And that leaves me where I'm like, now what? Like, I'm used to being able to manage and check in on my properties. Like, I can't always have my property manager doing it. I need to make sure that I'm also like checking up on things. And now I can't check up on things because it's not safe for me. And so that becomes something that I just kind of have to rethink here. Like, how does that work logistically? How does this work? Anyways, I had a good cry because I'm a little overwhelmed after seeing 17 properties. You've seen the videos by now. Like I say, you're welcome that they're not scratch and sniff. They're kind of, it's kind of depressing. And my mentor, Jeremy, he says, it's never as bad as it looks. It's never as bad as you think. All it takes is money and some time, and it'll be fine. 20 grand, 30 grand, it'll be fine. It's like, okay. Are you sure? Like, it has 2 gaping holes in the roof. Like, is it gonna be okay? Is the wall gonna fall out? Anyways, it just, his confidence and his certainty come with experience. It comes with seeing the worst of the worst and then seeing it all put together and rented out and cash flowing, and being able to just sit back and say, okay, this is just part of it. This is something that we got to plan for. And when we plan for it and we budget for it and then we don't need it, great. If we plan for it and budget for it and we do need it and we need to spend all of it, great, it's in the numbers. And they always go back to it's a numbers game. It's all about the economics. And I think that's probably the easiest part for me, being long distance or virtual, is it'd be easy to get caught up in like the reality of things down here. But honestly, my job is to find deals and then write the checks. And so I think that's a good position for me, honestly. As long as I can trust my property manager and contractors and have mentors that I can, you know, come to and ask questions, like, I'm gonna be okay. But it took my breath away coming down here. It overwhelmed me. Just seeing the conditions that people are willing to live in, it just hurt my heart. You know, I understand that this is their reality, and I understand that they may or may not choose to, you know, be in those environments. But I don't think anyone should have to be in those environments. Like, I don't care if that's how you're raised and you're used to it. I don't care if that's a standard that, you know, you can settle for. Like, no one should have to be in those standards. Anyways, so can I tell you a secret? So this bus right here, so I went to Walmart. I got shuttled to Walmart to get some dinner, some lunch. So the shuttle driver's like, you want to know a secret? I'm like, sure. Just like I said to you. He's like, see that bus out there? That's Lil Wayne's bus. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, Lil Wayne. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, isn't Lil Wayne not so little anymore? Like, isn't he in his like mid-40s? Like, when do you drop the little? Like, or do you always have that? Like, I don't know. Anyways, so fun fact. And Janet Jackson was in town. She stayed at the sister property. She had a concert. Anyways, headed back to real life tomorrow. Trying to lick my wounds, kind of count my dollars, make sure that, you know, I don't know what Bible verse that is. I don't know what passage that is, but it's like, pretty much, don't be a fool. A fool is someone who doesn't count the cost before it builds the tower and then finds out he doesn't have enough to finish the tower. And it's like, I don't want to be that guy. So, and I don't want to spend like my family's last dollar where we're like, you know, eating rice and beans because, you know, mom spent every last dollar on, oh, what do we got? We got people back there. Anyway, so thanks for coming along. Let me know what you think. Are you scared for me or excited? Well, the thing is you don't really see the numbers, but I'm buying them at 80% off. And I'm being able to rent them for, you know, 5% of what I purchased them for. And that was like on a monthly basis. So it could all end up great, wonderful, fantastic, or it could just crash and burn real fast. And really, I'm not sure which way it's gonna go. And I don't know how long, like how long do you let it ride before you cut bait? And like, do you be that pioneer, that gold miner that just quits 300 feet from the gold vein? Or are you the one that keeps in the stock market and when everyone says get out and you ride it all the way to the bottom and lose and your 401k becomes a 201k? Like, I don't know, that's a fine line. I wish I had a crystal ball, but I don't. So until next time, stay safe.